gentlemen, what is going on today? We're at Astle Park. We are just walking to the gate. So yeah, we're just walking to the gate because we are my parents are already there. My parents are already in somewhere. My granddad's showing his car, so we're gonna go see. So yeah, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload. Hit the like button, share, and comment down below. So yeah, let's get into the video.
It's a lot cheaper than the aluminium stuff as well. Aluminium, it's nice. Not cheaper.
So we've just gotten £15. Now we're just trying to find the tractor bit, because that's where the parents are. That's where the parents are, so yeah. So yeah. But I don't know where everything is around here, so we could get a bit lost. There is a chance we might get lost. Not a chance we might get lost, there's a chance we will get lost. I'm gonna head over to that way. Hit all of them. Let's get them. More over there as well. So this is a fair bit, I take it. I assume somewhere over here, but I do not know. So yeah.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with grand parade of tractors. After the stunning display we had yesterday, and leading
What's all this over here? Don't know what's this way. I'm just walking around to it. So let me go with parents, see where they are. Because I have not a jar of a clue where they are at all. I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Stay tuned.
beautifully turned there. The next one is a really interesting tractor. It's 1959. It's a model 981 Ford. Built in the USA, a gold demonstrator. And one of the very first tractors that had an automatic change gearbox, changed on the move. Following that, another 35, this time with the cab on it. Speaking of the Lamborn cab, I thought it was 1961 35. The 35 took over from the Grey Fergie. The Grey Fergie is developed by Harry Ferguson, who wanted a small, powerful tractor that could compete with the rest of them. Following that, we've got the VA3 tractor in 1968, purchased in 2023, restored to beautiful condition in 2024, owned by James Lee. So we've got Gareth Shaw on the David Brown Cropmaster. Oh, it's Father Christmas, give us a wave, Santa. He couldn't get his reindeer started this morning, so he thought he'd use his David Brown. Following that, we've got the Fortune Super Major, built 1956, and it's got a demonstrated 60 engine in it. Should have the 4D. But it does a lot to the back end of these tractors, so it can take the power of that, and we maybe even see one with the V8 Perkins in later. Here comes Father Christmas. Give Father Christmas to wave, everybody. Following that, another David Brown, 1967. Duckworth, coming round the corner. That's the 770, made up in Melton. In Yorkshire, in the factory that was used by David Brown to produce the Cropmaster. Sorry, it's been a long weekend. We were following that with another David Brown, another 1968, 780 Selector-Matic, purchased from the Captain Fiddle Club in 2004, driven here today by Peter Nixon from Macclesfield. Beautifully turned out. Selector-Matic, 12-speed gearbox coming in front of me, and the idea of that is you can get the revs, you can get the speed with the revs on the power takeoff. Another David Brown following that, another Cropmaster built 1951, owned by Keith Ryder. The Cortish tractor, so you notice it's got 2 seats on it. Quite uncomfortable for the driver, because you have to drive with both legs down one side of the tractor. But I have it on very good authority that when it was ploughing, it was quite comfortable because it was quite warm. Followed by Dexter, Fortune Dexter, built down in Dagenham, 1961, front stand back. And this is Henry Ford's answer to what he called the Grey Menace. The Grey Menace is the Grey Ferguson. It's got the rollover protection on the back of it. Another Ford, this time a 3000, 1971, with the cab on it, and a little more comfortable for driving. Absolutely lovely Marshall now. Model S Steel Marshall, built out by the Marshall Company. We've already seen some of their traction engines. Single cylinder diesel, very popular for tractors, and looks to have a really healthy winch on the back. John Deere, 1970 John Deere 3020, rosy cockerel, followed by the 5020. With a Detroit 2-stroke diesel. Let's hear that Detroit roar. No, it's not going to do it. There's something about a 2-stroke Detroit. Lovely 135, got the Ferguson system on the back, and the Ferguson system with the 3-point leases. Followed by another 135, this time with the cab on it. Needs a little bit of tin work doing. Another Leyland mini tractor. 1975, highway yellow, number of registration on that, so obviously the industrial version. Matthew Ferguson 40, another industrial owned by James Carver. Another 35, again, sort of calm, fresh 35, 1960, local registration, special registration owned by Andrew Redhead. Another David Brown, another crop master, this time with the diesel engine. We've got the portion tractor being fully demonstrated here. 1952, owned by Roy Jeffries and Mr. James Stitt. Followed by a portion Dexter in military colours, 1958, X-Ward economy. A lovely farm press W and Universal, built in 1953. Petrol CDO, owned by Jeff Foster. Lovely little Ferguson there with a 4-cylinder engine in it, with the lighting spec on it. Michael McClare from Wigan, 1952. Another BMC mini tractor. You'll notice that they're coming all shapes and sizes and colours and names. So they're basically the same tractor underneath, so we're Wigan and Hamlet and Wigan, the which 1969 there. Fortune Major, owned by James Ragsdale. Congratulations, got engaged last night. Super Dexter, again, 1974, 64. The Merc 1080, sorry, the Matthew Ferguson 1080. We're getting all out of kilter here. Another tractor, the Leyland 272, derived from the Nuffield Corporation when Nuffield were taken into the BMC. Stephen Bibby on there, 1976. Another crop master, 1951. Lauren Goodyear, well done Lauren. 1957 Dexter, Michael Goodyear. 1968 Moto Standard, so a Market Gardens tractor here owned by S. Richardson. Rescued from scrap and restored, very handy little tractors, built in Germany. 1949, 35, 1960s to death. Fortune 3000, 1967, coded memory of Len David, driven by Eddie, owned by Len David. Another Nuffield, this time a Universal, BMC 2.2 diesel engine in there, Universal 8, no, 7,000, getting a little bit bigger now, owned by Phil, we can go back a long time too. Owned by Phil Stanley, 1975, found in the yard in Warrington, restored. Another 5,000, this is the high speed, notice how much higher it is. It's an American spec tractor, probably for cotton and national efficiency. And compare that with the Ford 5000 in 1966, owned by David Goose, about how much lower that is. Another Ford, style Ford, the Ford 5000, very, very famous. Selectomatic, automatic gearbox on there, supplied by Ernest Doe. Those of you who know Ernest Doe, know that it's 1964 industrial supernature, so highway yellow, so most of its life on the railways in the last 2 years since my Blackpool RML. Hey Rebecca, how are you doing? Lovely, beautifully turned out 135, owned by Becca. Another 154 Leyland, note the similarity between that and the BMC mini tractors. McCormick International 434, owned by Paul Young from Winsford. The David Brown Selectomatic 990, 2 seats on there, the bigger coursing tractor, the posh coursing tractor, adjustable seats as well. David Brown and 880, nice informatic there in farm fresh condition. Another Crop Master, again, 2 seats on there, the coursing tractor. The colour is hunting pink. Owned by Emma Whitehurst, well done Emma. Another 35, still producing Turkey and Croatia, this one's beautifully restored. Little 3-cylinder diesel engine in there, Perkins diesel, followed by the 135, a bit later version. Peter Davidson Congleton in that one. Another Cheshire registration on the Ford 5000, I think last seen on a motorbike, but I may be wrong. Another BMC mini tractor, this time back to the Nuffield. Got the air conditioning working on there, that's the 1970, purchased from a lady farmer, used on a smallholder. A lovely little 1954 TED owned by Samuel Murray. Happy 80th first birthday for next week, Samuel. Another lovely David Brown 990, the Informatic 1963 from John Ashmore. Another major, this time 1952, bought 10 years ago, including roading it down to Landudno. Well done. Another 35, this time 1964, owned by Green Patton. Again, beautifully turned out. The grey gold Fergus, so this is a Ferguson 35. The story goes that when the 35 was produced, it was a bit bigger than the grey Fergie. Harry Ferguson was walking around Banner Lane and said, "Are those my new tractors?" To which the reply was, "Yes." He said, "They don't look new enough, so please can you paint the chassis and the back axle gold?" So they were known as the grey gold. Lovely 35 there, with the dog on board, with the umbrella. Yes, the Miller Peter Newton, 1958. Absolutely beautiful with the Farmall. I'm going to say war time for that one, the Farmall M. Followed by another 35, 1961. Nice farm fresh Dexter coming in front of the commentary point, and again, the conversation is, do we restore that tractor or do we leave it as it is? And I think talking to the guy yesterday, he was going to leave it as it is. Another 35, owned by George Newton from Millen, one way to come George. Another David Brown, this time the 30D, so diesel engine in there, owned by Matthew Griffith. 1952 BND, British Motorboat. President, Morris engine under there, again Market Gardeners type of tractor owned by Mark Scorn. from Winston. Massey Harris, 1940, so a wartime Massey Harris came over under Lend-Lease. One of only 490 built, not many left. I can remember having a decent toy Massey Harris. Lovely little farm all age, and again I'm going to say wartime-ish, yes, 1942. American built Lend-Lease tractor, really good visibility. The next one, Callum Mitchell, nice to see you Callum, long time. 1958 Ferguson 35, owned the tractor since 2008. 710 John Deere, 1965, bought in 2000 from Lancaster, owned by Dave Bates. The Ford 3000, 1968, owned by Emma Wilmot. Another Duffield, this time a little bit later, the 345, 1968, Duffield, owned by John Cox. Another grey Fergie, so this time a diesel version, owned by Marion Cox. Another industrial tractor, the Cormac International B275, worked with Mason's Ironstone in the pottery and a slick house producing pottery, owned by Adam Brown from Stoke. B414, another international built in Doncaster, owned by Philip Greenwood. David Brown Clockmaster, two ladies on there. The Clockmaster, 1950, owned since 1970, used on the farm, still used for ploughing matches and rallying, owned by Les Parker from Crewe. So hopefully this is Craig Parker on a David Brown Selectomatic 880, still in use, fitted with white line marker. Next one is another Duffield, the 425, built in 1969. Don't know a lot of its history, but it's been totally rebuilt. The engine he knows is actually a mini engine that's been diesel. In Empire Blue, with the little 3-cylinder Perkins engine in there. Kelly McBride is 1958 Dexter, and it's a narrow version. If you look at that, that was built for working in vineyards and stuff like. Another Super Dexter this time, owned by Lee McBride, 1962, purchased in a very rough condition. Another International 434, owned by Dennis Compton, built in 1968. The 188 multi-power Massey Ferguson, absolutely stunning tractor, built in Coventry in Banner Lane, probably with a Perkins 6-cylinder engine in there. Lovely, another high top in 27N, probably 1948-49. This time with the lighting set on it and the 27 horsepower petrol paraffin engine. I didn't see this one yesterday. It wasn't here. A John Deere in absolute stunning condition. A Model D. Oh, I can't show this from shopping. I'm going to guess that's 1920 something. Followed by the 130 Massey Ferguson. And one of my favourite tractors, the Chalmers Model U. If you just slow down on the U for 2 seconds, I spent many hours on an LHD. My dad had 3 of them. They were the first agricultural tractor to be advertised with pneumatic tyres. And to prove to the American farmer that the pneumatic tyres would work, they hired racing drivers and raced them at state fairs. The Alice Chalmers still has the World Land Speed record for a petrol paraffin tractor at just over 60 miles an hour. Then a little Fergie going behind that, 1952 owned by Danny Cooper. Another industrial Ferguson, the 35X, 1964 owned by Danny Cooper. So another Fergie with the Scottish Aviation cab on there. Got the air conditioning working today, I think. A Field Marshal Series 2, single cylinder 2-stroke diesel engine, You can actually start these with a cartridge, like a shotgun cartridge. Absolutely beautiful. The Titan 1020, absolutely stunning. 1919 this tractor. Talking to the driver yesterday, I said, it's got to be better than a horse. He said, only just. Another 118, another Ferguson 1954 T20, owned by Sean Merrick. International 454, built in 1972, with a swept back front axle. That model was only produced for 2 years, owned by Mark Ford. Another Ford Stage, another E27N, Perkins P6 engine in there, with a huge winch on the back of that. Still in use for Fall and Tree, owned by John Potts from Macclesfield. Another Nuffield, this time with a Perkins P3 engine in it, go by Jeremy Bishop, and you notice the badge on the front of that, the Perkins trademark. It means a square deal all round. Beautiful wartime tractor. So we've got a 460 engine in there. Another Super Major. So a Super Major is basically a major tractor that has had a couple of tweaks, a little bit more powerful, one thing or another. Richard Pearson sandbags. Now we have a Trantor, built in sandbags, 1985, owned by David Burns, the predecessor of the JCB Fastback. First of our four-wheel drive tractors, this is the Ploughmaster 65. So the skid unit was sent down to Ploughmaster. They put the driven front axle on it, and the idea was to get the power down onto the land. Absolutely lovely, the WD9, again with the Perkins P6 engine in it, in memory of Grandad. And we're following that with another Fortune Major with a Perkins engine in it. Probably not original with the Perkins engine in, to be honest. Owned by the Hamilton family. Now the next one coming around just proves the strength of the Fortune back end. In there is a Perkins V8 540 220 horsepower diesel engine. You see the turbo on there, and she might just give it a rev for us. Just let's hear Mr. Perkins shout. Thank you. Another Ford Cummins engine in this one, the 5095, built in 1975, owned by Rick Ford. Built in Antwerp, converted in Belgium, now by Cummins engine, 6 there. Josh White on the county. So again, the skid unit, that's the engine and gearbox, was sent down to county cars, and they put the four-wheel drive wheels on it and type. County's claim to fame as they swam across the English Channel on one of these counties. A bit earlier than me. They put some more flotation on it, they put the driver in a wetsuit and set him off. Another county. So, a lovely case, again an American tractor. The case 500 diesel. I'm going to guess wheel time again. Hydraulics on quite a lot of hydraulics on there. SSB, built in France, you've got it running today. Have you got the tow rope with you? It is French though. Again, little 2 3-cylinder diesel engine in there. The 7810 Ford, very collectible, very popular. Nice cab on there, radio, bit of air conditioning. Nice place to go to work. Built in Basildon, and again a Cheshire registration. The 7810, silver Jubilee version obviously because it's got the silver cab and coachwork on it. The TW35, absolute monster of a tractor here, and very, very valuable tractor. Again, nice cab on there, so we've got a radio in there, but still really good visibility on that tractor. And the reason for the four-wheel drive is to get the power down onto the ground. Another International, built in Bradford. followed by another Fortune Major with a Perkins P6 in it, probably not original with a P6 in it, because Ford would very rarely put a Perkins engine in. The Fortune Dexter with a turbocharger on it, I don't know what. Thank you, Mel, I just had this in there. Absolutely beautiful, the 1939 Model N. Originally used to do RAF as a bomb tractor. This is a 27 horsepower, 4-cylinder engine in there, petrol TDO, bit of a stiff clutch on there. The Model A, Alice Chalmers, it was the biggest tractor imported, absolutely original, wartime with that one. Followed by the Unipower. So Unipower timber tractor, Gardner 5LW engine under there, 4-wheel drive. We've already seen the D-type Foden. This will be its successor, built by Unipower. So 5-cylinder Gardner diesel engine in there, high and low ratio, big timber winch on the back, so fulfill exactly the same job as the Foden tractor we saw before. It would push the wood out, it would load it onto the pole trailer, and then it would set off down to the sawmill. Big sprag on the back of there, so when it was winching, they'd drop a sprag into the ground, and that will be the ground anchor. And not unknown to drivers to use it as a bit of a brake as well. Another E27N with a Perkins P6 in it. Oh, right, we've got from Malthus. Another BMC mini tractor. We must have cornered the market in these today. 19...
So now we've headed to the classic car bit. Here are the motorbikes, as you can see. I'm trying to find a certain car. Can't find it just yet. Cannot find it just yet, so yeah. Oh, it's further down there. It's further down there. Let me. So we are going to be going down, not that one, not that row. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Hello. Down here. Last time I checked, I didn't think that was a truck. are you looking at, Dad?
Anything really. Anything, mate. Grandad Bailey's first van. That's where it all started.
First van. I could see you and Mum in that one. Chugging along together. Look at this one, Dad. Yeah. I feel that one.
This is beautiful. I'm with the family.
Shall we just get the paintbrush out, Dad?
I quite like about that sometimes, though.
Yeah.
That's a nice little boat, that's lovely.
I like that one, yeah. That's quite nice, that is. Yeah. I like the EC10 and the EC11 as well. Well, they make quite nice noises when they're
With the right exhaust on.
with the right exhaust on.
Down his bus now.
I don't know whether Paul bought the classic bus to take to shows like this.
Yes, you must have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
There you go, Sam. Bit of bus.
Better bus. even that doing a recovery on the M6.
Beautiful. Used to do it, didn't it? That's what it was
Used to do,
there for.
yeah. He's travelled a bit of a way, hasn't he?
That's a just. It's lovely.
Lovely colour.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like them.
What's that?
Greedy.
Truck and trailer.
Yeah. Look at this one here, Dad. Do you think you can turn your motorbike into that?
At that. I'm going to read you off cars.
A truck, a trailer, and a car. And another one as well.
Nice.
Is it me or does it look like it flexes?
Not sure. Oh, weird rear wings, isn't it?
Looks like it flexes with the ground, doesn't it?
As in
Yeah.
the chassis twisting.
Yeah.
Which is designed, which it should do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a beautiful tree and we're leaving it with, I have to say, some spectacular machinery, and again, very apt, taking down the road in blue. We've got the Rolls Royce enthusiast club here. Yesterday we had an absolutely fantastic show of the cars. They're absolutely beautiful. I have to say yesterday I was speaking. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to try and have a little word. I don't know how many cars we've got coming in here. Who knows?
I reckon the video's just going to be just over an hour long, this one.
2024, 2024. Absolutely, but you can still go to Rolls Royce and go on the course.
I can only just see the steering wheel.
You put it in, absolutely lovely. Followed by another, just beautiful Another 20. 34. Again, I think we've looked before, this is super driven from the North West Railway. The director will pick up every morning with his chauffeur. So get your jerky, you speak to the chauffeur's hat, they got it in the back. There's a lovely drop on the back of there. Keep going right, we'll keep going, we'll keep them moving. Beautiful Bentley. If you just keep them moving because you need to set them in. And another, I just mind-blowingly beautiful motor car. They absolutely are. And Joseph Fiat 500, 2-cylinder, air-cooled, petrol. I had one of those when I was at college. 7 of us came back from the college dance in it one night. I thought possibly comment where the beer had been taken.
Yeah, that one's nice.
The minivan, the commentary point. The Vauxhall Viva. Again, these are cars that you saw one day and the next day they become all disappeared. There's no two ways about it. Another beautiful Rolls Royce made to be used. The sharp snuck in. Another Rolls Royce, we're missing the streak of ecstasy off that one. Again, the sharp, and you got another Rolls Royce. The Ford Model T Roadster. 20 miles an hour flat out, and it's a that's told me yesterday, that's like doing 80. Another Mini, designed by Alex Isigoni. Very clever design, transverse engine across the front, which means there was lots of room inside. The Austin 7, followed by MG. Another MG, rubber bumper engine. So the chrome bumpers went when it was the American market. MG made it. Another nice little Austin 7, followed by the Jag. The villain's Jag, only the 3.4 in that one, the Mark II Jag. Absolutely lovely motor car. Bit of a spooked up hot rod board there. And the super little Morris Traveller with the wooden framework on the back. The minus 1,000. Good Morris 10. So 10 horsepower, probably just pro floor. With traffic action. Another Mark II drag.
That's more like you, though.
Again, big as it turned out, the 3.8 in that one.
This is more like me, Dad.
This is done.
Yeah.
The Ford Consul, a real nod to America. So Ford had this thing about sort of Americanising the British car. MGB-GT, so this is the Grand Tourer version. You could have those with the V8 in. Another little Austin Ruby. And Riley, I love the bonnet ornament on that.
Well, it's not our favourite car.
Apron Tourer, MG Magnet,
And maybe the other one's coming, I'm not sure. The other one's
1940s, 1950s. With MG Morris Garage, with Wallace and Gromit coming round here in the A30 van. Austin of England. Very nice, the Ford Mustang, V8 engine under there. If you're going to have an American car, that's the one to have. Another Ford Consul. Big cars. Big cars in the day, Ben seats in the front, Ben seats in the back. The Dutch pit car based on a Ford Escort. Fiberglass body. Another Mini. They're very clever design with the engine crosslight. Triumph.
Turn him round. Bit of watching that.
Triumph inside. Overdrive.
It's not my head, it's my legs.
Engine in that. A little bit more luxurious than Fiat 500. Another MG, another MGB. This time the Roadster. 1800cc engine in there, the B-Series engine. Very famous engine. Absolutely beautiful Chevy. Sorry? I know it's a Cadillac. You told me yesterday. The lovely Chevy there with the V8 in it burbling away. And look at this proper Americana. The Cadillac Eldorado. Look at that, you could get 2 minis on the bonnet of that. 8 point something litres petrol engine under there. Left hand drive Triumph. The Dodge panel van. Again, big V8 engine under there. Typical American. Split screen minor, so that's a very early minor with the split screen instead of the 4 screen. I get it right today. Cortina. Corsair. I was only joking. Very unusual the Corsair drop head. Followed by the Consul. Out in the same stable, obviously a Ford manufactured car with a very famous triangular taillight. The Triumph Dolomite is a very, very quick car in its day.
Ford Escort.
It is the Dolomite Sprint. Wow. Yeah.
Proper car then.
I'm going to find out later. It's more Americana. The 1930 Triumph 15. Thank you very much for that. Fabric body on there. As was back in the day, didn't have steel bodies, it was a wooden frame with fabric stretched over it. That's a Plymouth. Am I right in thinking that's got a straight 8 in it? Hang on. Packard, sorry, Packard, not a Plymouth. Followed by a Jensen Interceptor. Another lovely little Morris 1000. Listen to that burble of the exhaust, the glass exhaust of the little Morris 1000. Another lovely MG. Quite a large MG, that one.
Yes, guys and girls. So, that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. At Astle Park. Steam Vintage Rally. And traction engines. Next video, I don't know when it will be, but it will be somewhere in the future. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications bell and you'll be notified every time I upload. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button and comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace.